Well, my name's Kent Keller. I'm also a disabled American vet. I fought for my country. I made national news with Trump in 2017 for identity theft. I'm a simple, small construction company. I've been involved in identity theft and corruption since 2006 when I bought a house in Kansas. This little machine here, it's worked itself for a long time. And this old truck has worked itself. That old truck worked itself. The air compressors worked itself. Constantly, had to lay everybody off because of all the identity theft. Took out the truck brakes. I hit a semi-tire, melted them, and now I got to get the ABS bled, and then I got to get the hubs for the trailer, and then maybe get the axles straightened. Built the old shop. This was my lean-to to keep the rain off the skid loader, which that didn't work out too well. And the skid loader attachment out there, the hoe attachment. And then this is my building, but it's for storage for, I'm trying to put an apartment in as well. But this is my house here since it was 2006 when my identity was stolen and my home was destroyed by crime and embezzlement. Hell, the district attorney down there, Alan Sheldon, stole my abstract documents. And they also Tabitha Owens forced me to sign a plea agreement. Alan Shelton was also embezzlement of TG&Y as well. I couldn't get nothing done, so only thing I can do is, I got a little doggy here, and that keeps me, company and entertained somewhat. But I'm not no movie star or nothing like that. I've worked for a lot of different production companies when I was as a contractor in LA. So, and I believe doing the job right or don't do it at all, because my grandparents taught me that. And then the engineering company as well out in California taught me a lot of stuff. And I started doing site utilities, inlets, junction boxes, box culverts, concrete work. But when you're living on nothing basically and having everything stolen out of your bank accounts, it's very, very difficult. But, I managed just get by. Built, this is an old dog kennel, keeps the dog protected in the wintertime, so the wind ain't on them. But usually my dogs are always inside. My Boykins died. They had an issue, old age, and finally they kicked the bucket, so I had to put them down. And one of them got, I don't know, not this parvo or distemper or something. They said a coonhound disease it could have been, but I think somebody came over and beat my dogs up, because I did turn a guy in for being a sex offender on Marion High School, and I couldn't get paid on that job as well. Bergen Mercy Hospital, Baldingers, they didn't pay because their superintendent they fired, and that took about 5 years before I got paid on that. Even the Horseshoe Casino took 18 months to get a first draw. There's not much you can do. It's just one of them things, But anyway, I live out in the middle of nowhere. My closest neighbor is, they're over here. They're kind of sleeping right now in the woods. They're Mr. Poison Oak, Poison Ivy, and Poison Sumac. And you can see I got a lot of it around here, and none of it's very friendly because it causes you to have an itchy and scratchy relationship with them. And I think I got some kind of wild berry or something growing here, or it's another kind of poison. Some kind of hybrid poison, my luck. Because I've got this stuff all over the place. And anything I touch, pretty much it causes an irritation somewhere along the line. But anyway, my tractor is just getting fixed. And I got to buy tires for it yet. But that's down the road a little bit. Right now we're in a lockdown with the COVID-19. And we're not wanting to catch it either, because I do have a little bit of asthma and allergies. So if you do hear me sneeze or cough, it's because of the allergies. I haven't taken my medicine yet today. But anyway, excuse me. Oh my God. It's the allergies. Anyway, I have this every year. But I was thinking about doing some stuff for the veterans. I know several of them, like Seth. He's in a wheelchair. He's got a mobile track wheelchair that I think he'll let me use to take other veterans or himself. out on some trail rides. I don't own a UTV, but I was thinking about getting a UTV and modding it out. Probably get some crash units, rebuild them, so the cost up front won't be extremely as much. And maybe I can pick up a couple units from a couple different places and fix them up enough where that they'll be good out in the trail rides. They could be, I want to build them up so if they do roll them over, nobody's going to get hurt because the cage will be built better. I'm not thinking about doing something that does 200 mile an hour. I'm thinking more of a slower vehicles, but at least I'd like to take them up in the trails of South Dakota, North Dakota area. I'd be able to see some stuff and scenery. So get some of the veterans out of their homes, that are sitting there in wheelchairs and can't get out and walk around or do something. I know I have my good days and my bad days, but the thing is, I'm thinking this will be like a non-profit thing for me as well. I'm not trying to make any money off any of the vets because they're on limited income. I've been living on limited income off my VA disability. Right now I'm not 100% rated, but I should be because I got a slight case of the skin cancer next to my eye, so I don't know what they're going to do yet on that, but with all this stuff that's going on, but it could be dormant. I really don't want to screw up my vision, so I'm getting up there in years. I'm being over 60 years old, and but having your identity stolen really freaking put hampers on my lifestyle and the way I've done things for years. But I stand behind my word. I take care of business like it's supposed to be. But when you have corruption out of Kansas, I got letters even from the Attorney General in Kansas that refused to even it acknowledged that I had an identity stolen, but refused to even do anything about it. And that's from the Attorney General in the state of Kansas. You can have all the eBay receipts and PayPal receipts matching your bank accounts, and nobody do nothing about it. It's just a shame. But I work and I do my own thing, and I'm saving up a little bit each time, but I'm fixing everything that I've neglected for the last since 2006 involved this identity theft, and this thing started breaking, and I'm putting them back together on my own. Never had any support or help, and if I did, it was legal aid. The lady didn't know what a loss form was. Put it as income, which if your house is destroyed and no insurance on it, that's 100% loss. And if your money's stolen out of your bank accounts, you sure the hell ain't going to get a receipt from the theft, But I actually found some, not all of them, but I couldn't get nothing. I went to, the police, and they refused. Even sent them registered letters. They refused. I went to the FBI. Nobody did nothing. Consumer Protection Bureau got a letter that's ordered from the White House, but no one, once again, did nothing. No one really cares if you're a victim of major crime of theft and robbery. My paving control board was stolen out of my house. So that makes that machine obsolete, so I can't use it. It's not sitting out here in this yard. It's out somewhere in a safe place. And, my gold I bought in Istanbul, Turkey was stolen. My money, my yard I bought in Spain was stolen. Money that I started saving and using, from the job sites to be able to do other jobs with was stolen because I couldn't trust the bank accounts. It was all stolen. So it makes it a bad situation, really go bad really quick, especially when you got cops and district attorney involved in crime and corruption. And then you go to Attorney General and refuses you. I think they're just they know that they'll cost them a lot of money if I sue them, because if I win the case, which I should be able to win the case hands down because I got enough stuff, but I couldn't get any help. And one attorney said that it cost me almost $1 million to take the case, and I don't have that kind of money nowadays laying around. Everything's gone. Everything's tied up. I lost money in stock years ago. Benchmark Gateway Homes bankruptcy on me, and then Mitch Laurel filed bankruptcy on me. Several other people did. But I just get up in the morning, put on one pair of jeans, and Just hope to hell the day goes better than it did the day before. But yeah, I'm tinkering and I do little things. You know, I bought some stuff for a school project, bought some other stuff for other projects, you know. But yeah, I got my skid loader inside right now. But I don't want to park anything outside. It might get wet. It cost me a control board. But my silver lab she's kind of barking right here in the distance. She's kind of, sit down, Grace. Here, you want your toy? Here, take that toy. Go. Well, she loves catching stuff, you know, and retrieving it. It'll keep coming back. Whatever I throw, it always comes back. And she likes to jump around today. I don't know what she's all hyper and must give her too much peanut butter. You know, the peanut butter from the Kong. This is one of the Kong things you throw. And they love to go retrieve them. You know, and water bottles, plastic bottles. You know, I got another kennel for my other dogs I had, but they tore it up too much. So I got the good kennel. It's a little safer. I got to pour a concrete deck with it and I want to extend it out, but I'm not going to do that until after this virus has died down. So I'm not going to get into anything that's going to make me sick or kill me off. But anyway, I want to send y'all a greetings, and this way you know who I am and who you're dealing with. But I'd like to, you know, see if I can do that for other veterans, get them out of their houses, because, you know, I know how it feels because having that toe surgery, I couldn't really walk around for 2 years. That really confined me and really made me depressed as well, because I couldn't get out and do nothing, because I couldn't walk, couldn't put my boots on, and my foot hurt too much. But at least now I can hobble around a little bit, no matter how bad it hurts. But I don't have something, foreign object growing inside me the wrong direction. Makes a world of difference, and it's not infected, so at this time. But you never know. I had that going on, and I got nerve damage and some headaches and stuff. But you know, that's from being solid on the ship. My own people, that would usually hurt me instead of enemy combat. You know, hell, I was even ordered to serve piss soup on the ship under protest, and the XO realized they should have probably listened to me, because they're the ones that ate it, not me. And I did it under duress, and of course the cook, he got charged heavily, and I went up and worked for the Admiral, and you know, I had no problems. But I got out honorable discharge and everything, and highly recommended, and got a lot of awards and stuff like that. I don't have them out because I have to dig through my shop, you know, for my stuff. But I don't have much stuff, you know, from the house, because I got ran out of my house down in Kansas, and they'd give me 30 minutes to leave the county or I'd be shot and killed. So, and it was all because of corruption. The magistrate's son I turned in for drug dealing down there in Kansas, Kirchhoff's son, and then the district attorneys altering plea agreements and stuff like that, and forcing me to sign a plea agreement by gunpoint. The 2 sheriffs had their guns drawn. Sheriffs involved in, I heard that they were involved in drug deals and stuff, and how they also embezzled money from me and stole money out of my house, and aided in crime with Mr. Watson stealing my credit cards and my debit cards with Steve Wakefield. So, and there's, you know, I got all kinds of proof, but, you know, you're talking, I can't send it on the internet because it's too dang big, 8,500 pages, at least. So, yeah, it's a lot of paperwork, all the theft, but I'm not asking for help for that. I figure if I can get my CPA, get this resolved within a couple months, and then I'm going to start working on this other task and see if I can build a couple rigs for the vets to go out and have fun, you know, because I'm going to probably, you know, like to enjoy life a little bit before I die because of cancer. You know, if you got skin cancer next to your eye, you probably got brain cancer. I had a dog had the same stuff in the same location, so, and it was a couple of years later she passed away. So I'm pretty sure I got the same thing. And the VA, they're not much, you know, it took them 10 years to realize that I had cancer next to my eye. So yeah, it's not a good situation. But anyway, and yeah, this is my house, and I put this, you know, built this thing, it's a rolled over, toted out RV, pushed it back up with the skid loader. Built this lean-to to keep the north wind off so it doesn't freeze the door. It does have some problems. Got a little bit of mold and whatnot, but it's home sweet home. I got to go to the neighbors and get water and then haul it over. But I have a sewer guy come pump it. At least nobody's bothering me out here. We're trying to break in my house at 11 o'clock at night trying to shoot me. So that's the main difference, you know, about living in town. You got a lot of criminals that target you, you know, from being a vet, from being famous. You know, I've been Burt Reynolds' house. Did much work there for him. I worked on Madonna's house. I did some drywall work there on that years ago, but she wasn't around. It was, I can't remember that person's name at the time. But yeah, I've been all kinds of different projects over the years. You know, poor people. Eaton Special Effects, I did a job with him there on his house. I owned Keller Construction Company Incorporated out there years ago, but I had to close it because people were stealing from me. So, yeah, I think I have a track record of people stealing, but if I can keep everything not electronically, I have better luck in not getting robbed. So, everything electronically is scary for me. But anyway, I don't want to run this too loud, too long. But if you can help me trying to figure out how we can do this, and you know, I want to make sure it's a non-profit, so it'll be all separate account, you know, so that, you know, I'm not being taxed arm and leg for anything. I'm going to try to do this with mostly my own money, so it's going to grow slow, but it won't go fast, because at first I got to get the rig, and then after I build a rig out, then I don't know how these chairs are going to work and stuff like that, or if I can make something besides what their lifting chairs are and have a saddle that I can swing them in and out, because I'm not going to allow them to do like freaking major straight up and down cliff stuff, you know. I'm looking at, you know, like a mud road trail, like a dirt road, you know, type deal, trails. They have like scenic park trails, and just run 4-wheel drives, you know, type vehicles, you know, not like really aggressive, you know, mountain climbing trails or billy goating trails. I want to keep everything, the insurance down too, so it's not going to be a major liability on anybody's part. So, because I'll check trails out before I take people down the trail, so this way I know what they are, so I don't have them getting hurt, because I don't want a veteran hurt on any of the jobs or the things we do. We want to prevent that if we can. A friend of mine was Frank Cox, and I got a good thumbs up for him. He donated turkey calls to St. Jude's Hospital years ago, and I've got one of his calls that he made for me, and I think they sold for around $5,500 a piece. Here's another good friend, and Ron Mel out of New York is a good friend of mine too. He takes the kids out doing bird hunting, turkey hunting, pheasant hunting as well. You know, we've done this stuff years in the past. It's just about respect. You know, give something to the community. It's not about just lining your pocket. You know, I just want to, you know, see if I can get something accomplished and maybe get it set up. It's going to probably take a year or two to get a rig built for these people. So, because nothing happens overnight. And then I got to design it, make sure it's safe. Within, you know, well, my grandparents, well, my uncle was a head Bobcat engineer, so it's kind of in our family, our blood. So build it right, or don't build it at all. But I got to look and see all the controls, how they'll interact with different handicap situations, or do I just want to take them with me as a passenger? Give me some points and reviews, what you think, and I'm not posting this on YouTube. I'll probably just send you a video clip. Alright, bye.